So when your friend calls you up in the morning and says, do you fancy having a Range Rover for the day? You gotta say yes, right? Welcome back to Just Pure Cars, everybody. Today, I am in something I have always wanted to try, never thought it would happen. I'm in a Range Rover, and I'm not an old one, I'm in a new one, a 2016 Range Rover Vogue SE. This thing is £80,000 brand new, without options. So this is without doubt the most expensive car that I have ever driven. So I am going to be taking it very carefully today, as this is not mine. But yeah, so thank you very much to my friend Paul from Autocolor for setting this up. Essentially, this is on loan from one of his friends that bizarrely said, yes, I'll let this guy I've never met before take my Range Rover for a few hours and shoot a video with it. So Mark, if you're watching, I really appreciate it. Thank you for the trust. And yeah, what an experience. Wanted that SUV, that 4x4 lifestyle, and obviously a Range Rover was never in my plans because just the sheer cost of them is immense. But this thing is just another level. This is the quietest car I've ever been in. I mean, I'm cruising right now, I'm doing what, 40 mile an hour, and it is whisper quiet. I have absolutely no doubt that you can hear me. I haven't got an external mic or anything set up today because I don't think I need it. It is that good. The suspension, as you'd imagine, just eats up the bumps. I feel like I'm in a big armchair. I'm on my sofa and I'm literally cruising around the countryside in this amazing piece of kit. But anyway, let's talk, you know, bare bones. Let's talk some specs on this thing. So this is the 3 litre diesel engine, TDV, I believe they call it. Produces a V6, produces 254 brake horsepower. You know, 0 to 60, not that it matters, is 7.4 seconds, which in something as big and as heavy as this is actually pretty good. It's on par with my Type R. So you know, that's pretty impressive. MPG, if you just, you know, taking it easy, is about 40 miles to the gallon, which again isn't bad for something this large. Huge tank though, it's like an 86 litre tank. So range wise, I think they're quoting like 750 mile range on a tank, which, you know, is pretty big. I wouldn't want to be the person having to fill that up either. But I will be putting some fuel back in this after I've had my cruise, because no doubt even just doing a few miles in it is gonna be pretty hungry. And in terms of the cabin inside, you've got this sort of blue leather with like a whitey creamy sort of contrasted leather as well. I mean, and everything is leather. Everything feels quality as you'd expect from a Range Rover. The steering wheel's got this polished wood effect on it. There's a touchscreen control here, which, looking at reviews, people have said isn't the best. It's a bit clunky, and the resolution could be better. So I mean, I agree with that. It's not ideal, but you know, everything you want's on there. You can have cameras looking at every angle to help you get through these tight spaces. And obviously this thing is designed to be able to go off-road, and you know this is going to be so capable off-road. I mean, what I'd love to do is take this off-road and just see how capable it is. Now, I'm not going to do that because it isn't mine. I don't really know the owner, and I don't feel comfortable taking the their pride and joy down some green lane action, so I won't do that, but I would love to see what it's like. So this comes with an 8-speaker setup, Meridian sound system, which, you know, I can't play because of the music rights, but it's phenomenal sound. And the entertainment system, you can actually get it with obviously built-in screens on the back of the headrest, so you can have rear entertainment screens for the kids or whoever's in the back, and you control it all from the front console here. You've got a digital display in front of you, so your tachometer and your speedo is all digital. Obviously you get all the information you need, so it's telling me the fuel range and everything, temperature outside, time, all the standard things that you'd expect, right, from a modern car. Okay, so obviously if you're owning a Range Rover, chances are you're probably going to go to a point-to-point at some point in your life. And what do you need at a point-to-point? Well, you need this. And then after a hard day's point-to-point, whatever that actually is, I've no idea, you don't have to you don't have to shut the boot yourself, so you just press the button again. And hey presto, it does it for you. Ultimate luxury, love it. So space in the back of the Range Rover is not an issue. I mean, I think we all know I don't have a height issue in terms of being too tall at least, but reading reports about the older generation Range Rover, you know, it looked huge from the outside, but on the inside you didn't have much rear leg room. That is definitely not the case in here. There is acres of space. I mean, I can stretch right out, but then I'm, you know, just under 6 foot. But yeah, it's very comfortable. Even the middle seat, I mean, it's a little bit firmer, and the back isn't, you know, as comfortable as these two, but you can sit here. There's plenty of space down by your feet, so you haven't got anything in the way. It's a flat floor, so you could do this for, you know, sit here for a while and not be too uncomfortable. But yeah, the actual seats themselves are lovely. And you can recline them back like this one is, and if you had the optional TV screen, you could sit back, watch a movie. It would probably be more comfortable than your house to watch your movie. And when you've got this panoramic sunroof, the light just floods in, and it is a really nice place to be. Let's have a quick look at the infotainment system. As you can see, we've got DAB radio, climate and everything there, so we just go into radio. You've got all touchscreen options here, and it's fairly straightforward, easily laid out, quite obvious what you need to do. You can go back, you've obviously got Bluetooth if I had that set up. We can scroll through, we can change ambient lighting, we can look at the cameras. No cameras on this one. Auto parking aid, enables automatic activation of parking aid, okay, whatever that is. So let's just go through. Stealth. Screen off button operates stealth. What is stealth? I want stealth mode on my car. What is it? What's if I go this way? Okay, standard. Maps. Shows we're out near Marlborough. Okay. I mean, if it's pretty cool, right? There's lots of things you can do here. You can change the seats. So you can have air conditioning on your feet and your face. You adjust it however you want. You got the same for the rear as well. Yeah, okay, quite cool. Right, let's check out the power of this bad boy. Just pull it out. Yeah, it's got some pickup on it. Not bad for something that weighs about 75 tons. to do a 3-point turn in a very small space. Okay, camera's helping, all the sensors are on. I don't think we're going to make 3. Not without. Let's do some off-roading. We're off-roading! We're off-roading! Yes! Ah, got a 3-point turn. I did have to cheat a little bit. One thing I will say, now driving it for a bit longer and hitting a bit more bumpy roads, it is a little bit like wobbly. I think if you ever got like seasick, this wouldn't be the car for you, because it is quite rolly in these corners now. It wasn't at the beginning, but then I was on flatter roads. But also the steering is very woolly. It doesn't feel precise. You have to really, you have to turn the wheel a lot to get it to do anything, and it feels like there's quite a bit of play in the wheel itself. Like, look, I mean, I'm scissoring side to side on the wheel, and I'm not doing anything on the road. So that just gives you an example of how, how loose it is compared to what I've been driving. Like the Type R, I'd be like zigzagging all over the road if I was doing that. Right, let's see how this handles this steep incline. Or the loadout growl from the V6. Power comes in. Tight turn. I'm going over the crest of a mountain. I think I could climb a mountain. This is probably the only way I'd get to the top of a mountain. There's no way I'm going to physically climb it, but I think I could in one of these. Yes. Aha! Oh, we are now in Range Rover territory. We're on top of a mountain. Small hill. I mean, I've always loved the idea of that sort of country village lifestyle, like where I am right now, and this is perfectly at home here. This is this is where it should live. Okay, yeah, they have them in London and people call it the Chelsea tractor, etc, etc, but this is where it's at home, in the country, going to the country pub with the dogs in the back, going for a walk, going shooting, going to a point to point. Again, what is that? I don't know. But yeah, just cruising around, and I could really buy into this lifestyle. And maybe when I'm a bit older, closer to retirement, I won't overtake the cyclists on these tight little curves, because I don't want to run over him. With this, I wouldn't even notice if I did. I might have already driven over 6 cyclists. I have no idea. The suspension is just so supple. Okay, so to conclude my first Range Rover experience, I can happily say it's been a pleasure. It's been really fun. It's a short drive. I've only been, I've only done a few miles, but they have been very, very fun miles, very comfortable miles. I'd love to take this thing off-road to see what it can really do, or take it on a road trip, as I said before. I think it'd just be an awesome road trip machine. But with that, I do need to give it back, unfortunately. So I will sign off. Really appreciate watching. Thank you to Paul from Multicolour for setting this up for me. I really appreciate you doing it, and thank you to your friend for lending me his car. Very trusting, and I really appreciate it. And if you guys have liked the video, hit that like button. If you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button and comment below. Let me know what you think. Would you spend 80 grand on a Range Rover? And I will get back to all of you. And with that, I will say goodbye and see you on the next video. Cheers guys, see you later.